W2H Rut Club Radio.
Hey, what's up, guys, gals, everybody? This is Rut Club Radio. 3 minutes late here. Just got to had to make some new artwork really quick and was feverishly trying to get that done and get ourselves streaming here. But here we are. We're live on our first Rut Club Radio. And now he wants to just keep playing. Oh, that's what that is. It's my own echo. Anyway, I just got to get into the swing of things here. So it's been a hot minute. We ran Rut Club Radio last year. Now, if you can't tell by looking at the screen, it's sponsored and brought to you by Heated Hunts. If you don't know what Heated Hunts is, go to heatedhunts.com. These guys make these heated scent dispensers. So the way it works is probably going to stink like piss. Oh, yeah. Maybe I didn't use this one. That's good. Okay. So just checking. The way that this works, you put some batteries in the bottom. I'll just take the whole thing apart. So you put these batteries in here, right? And then you put the bottom back on. I'm not making it look easy because I'm just going a million miles a minute per usual. Okay. And then there's all these wicks in here in this little thing that's hanging. And so you can dip that in or spray it with some sort of scent. If you have natural scent, great. Otherwise, Heated Hunts makes their own synthetic scents. So think like doe urine, estrus. You could do mature buck, dominant buck, whatever. And then this heats it up. So, when it gets colder, obviously it prevents it from freezing. So that's great. But additionally, when you heat it up, it's going to help it travel further, seem more natural, attract more deer. I recommend not sitting downwind from these things because it really, really works. So anyways, if you want to try out their products, you can go to heathunts.com and enter in code W2H podcast. I think it's 10 or 15% off. I'm going to have to verify that. In any event, anybody that calls in to report rut activity or share a story, and look, we're sharing stories now because it's obviously not the rut, right? It's September 1st. But we like to do this segment now, get it rolling. So there comes to be some sort of expectation that we're rocking this show at 5:45 p.m. Central to 6:15. So when we get to pre-rut, rut, post-rut, we are in this kind of cadence here. And we can start to take that rut reporting activity. So that's Rut Club Radio. And when you do call, you are entered in to win some of their products. That might be a hat. That might be a drag rope that they have. It might be a dispenser. It might be some scents. But essentially, we'll call off one caller from each week. So at the end of this month, September 30th, we'll announce 4 winners. But you have to have called in. So if we only get one call per show, your odds are pretty good. But otherwise, I'm going to sit here pretty awkwardly until someone calls in to share some rut stories, some rut hunting stories. So Preston Zimmerman, what's going on? Trev, my man, what up, buddy? And Greg will be here soon for our regular scheduled broadcast at 7 p.m. We'll be going live with Bill Thompson with Spartan Forge. So if you want to come back then, that would be great. That's what we're going to be doing then. Otherwise, boy, it'd be great for someone to call in. I'm just out of breath because I'm all jacked up. I'm just doing a million things. I'm pretty excited about this. I mean, what do you guys think of this new cover, this artwork here, huh? The Hunt the Rut. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. Scott Clark, what's going on? Dan Anderson, what up, what up? Good evening. A couple weeks to go in Wisconsin. That's right. It is September 1st. So the opener is my daughter's 3-year-old birthday. That's in 1 week from this Saturday, the 5th. So it'll be September 12th. Maybe I'll go out on that Sunday. Certainly not on Saturday. Would love. So no phone line, no phones ringing yet, folks. We want to get those phone lines ringing if we can. It'll sound like this. I should just be hearing that going. Who's got a story to share from last year's rut? Let's start getting jacked up here. Let's start hearing what people have to say about it all. Oh, you know what? I got to change out this. Whoops. We're going to hide that. There we go. So I'm just, frantically trying to get shit done. So, who wants to jump on with me? Phone number is on the bottom of the screen. It's 262-757-4122. When you call, I'll record. You'll get added into the podcast. It's pretty cool. And it's actually kind of nice with the new setup that I have. I last year when we were running Rut Club Radio, when we were running Rut Club Radio, I had a different setup. So this is all, I mean, honestly, everything has changed. It's totally different. I didn't have the GoPro. Well, maybe I did have the GoPro. I didn't have this mixer, the Rodecaster Pro. So I couldn't do, play the bumper.
W2H, Rut Club Radio.
Sorry, it just doesn't get old. It's just, I think it's the coolest thing ever. I love playing with this thing. It's awesome. Who wants to call in? So last year during the rut for me, Greg and I were on some action. Him and I were hunting. I mean, he was doing his own thing. I was mostly doing my own thing, but we tried to hunt a pretty overlooked spot during, I think it was peak rut, and we hunted the sign. By and large, it was an overlooked spot that a lot of hunters were just simply going past because of where the trail had gone. So we, when the trail zigged, we zagged, and Greg got a lot closer to the action than I did, but not close enough. And I don't know if I used my heat hunt. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I had a doe come in, and I thought, well, I shouldn't shoot her, which now, of course, as an OK hunter, I regret because I really wanted the meat. But I was thinking, well, this is an area where, there's a huge buck sign or a lot of buck sign. And I thought, well, if this doe's coming in, maybe she's, an estrus and perhaps a buck could follow her. So I just held out thinking maybe I'd see some antlers coming through the tall grass. And of course, it never happened. But that was the hope. Something's wrong with the phone. 262-757-4122. It should be good to go. Should is the key word. But I'm in my little call studio here, and I see it looks like I should be ready to take calls here. It says something about busy. I don't know what that means. But I should be all set. If you are having trouble calling in, if you're comfortable, you can share your number in the chat, and I can call you and give that a go. Otherwise, try again. It's 262-757-4122. But I don't see in here. It should show me if there's a call coming in. But it is technology, and, traditionally technology kind of sucks. Seriously, you guys, what do you think of this cool screen? Hunt the Rut. I was I'm pretty jacked about it. I'm really into symmetry, and I don't like the fact that Rut Club Radio is not symmetrical. So I'm struggling with that. It's pissing me off. And I think I need to stack the phone number underneath the other thing, but that's just me being ridiculous. Maybe. There's a call. What do we got here? It is from Connecticut. Let's bring you in here. Hey there, you're live on Rut Club Radio. What's going on?
What's up, Eric? It's Trev.
Oh, what up, homie? Dude, it didn't screen you, but whatever. Here you are, so it worked good enough.
It's probably better. You probably should have screened me. You probably wouldn't have let me on.
I would have hesitated. No, I'm just kidding, man. So, dude, thanks for not letting me hang here like a total jackass. How was your rut last year?
Rut last year was actually kind of fun, man. I got to hang out in upstate New York. Actually, I hunted inside of a fence, and got to see some really cool things in the middle of the rut. And then I came home and I shot my biggest buck to date, chasing a doe in the middle of the rut.
No crap! Wow, dude. So
Yeah.
did you feel like you were in the thick of it? Like when it's crazy? I mean, we're nowhere near that right now. We are quite a ways from it, but we all know it's going to come quick.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy, being in it, so I got to hunt inside of a fence because I wanted to hunt which high fence, right? Just because, like, how are you going to make a statement about it if you never do it, right? So I got to hunt with a company called Bow and Bridle up in New York. They manage big whitetails, and we actually grunted in some deer that were over 200 inches, 250 inches. One of them was. Had them at 7 yards, trying to fight other deer and seeing big scrapes and rubs, and it was something else.
Dude, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
And what are you doing right now to prep for everything?
And then came home.
Oh shit, go ahead. Yeah, talk about the doe.
That?
Yeah, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, so then I came home and was able to. It was right around November 14th, and the rut was kind of still on. Had seen a little bit of buck chasing activity, and sat down in a stand. And a couple minutes before light, here comes this doe, just like hightailing it through the woods. And sure than shit, man, there was a big buck right behind him, right behind her. Full sprint right past me. Couldn't get a shot on it. And waited for it to come back because the doe ended up coming back. And I was like, oh, I hope that the buck's behind it. And there he was, and was able to get a shot on him. And he was like nose down, tongue out, the whole 9 yards, like everything that you would like read about in a book.
That's so cool to see that stuff firsthand, man. It's like, it's just cool. You don't get to see that very often. I mean, quite literally, you get to see it maybe once a year. You know what I mean? If you're going to see it once a year.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Yeah,
That's
you
cool.
wait all season just to have the rut activity around you, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's always like they leave like little tidbits of it, like here's a scrape, here's a rub, but to see him chasing and dogging and fighting, and like, that's what we all do it for.
Hell yeah, man. That's freaking great. And how are you prepping for this season?
We got a bunch of cell cameras running right now, man. Everything looks real good. I got a couple of really big target bucks on camera that I'm absolutely pumped about, and I wasn't expecting because I had put them out for, that rut time, that November movement, and I'm actually starting to get them now, and happened to be one of the areas was a real thick bedding area that we wanted to get some cameras in. We put them in there in July, and we got the pictures that we wanted of the big deer that we needed, so really excited.
Sweet. And you're in Connecticut, right? For those that don't know.
Yeah, I'm in Connecticut, yeah.
You run a little podcast called The Outdoor Drive.
Yes, sir, that's me.
Just so everybody knows.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Eric.
Oh yeah,
I'm
dude.
actually getting the chance to, I'm going to spend the last week in October, first week in November in Ohio this year, which is something new for me to be able to hunt out of state on public land after some, like, giants.
How far is Ohio from you? What is that in terms of, like, windshield time?
It's about 8 hours for me.
It's not terrible.
8 to 10 hours.
Okay.
Drive time. No, not bad at all.
Rock on, dude. Well, Ohio Public sounds pretty incredible. We know a couple folks over there, so it's you're probably gonna have a ton of fun.
Yeah, I mean, even I don't really care. I mean, just the experience and the camaraderie of all the guys in deer camp, and if we get to see some good deer, that would be a plus. And then to kill one would be even a bigger bonus. So we're hoping, and fingers crossed. Been sent some pretty good trail cameras. Just itching, man. Just itching. I practicing with the saddle and stuff. I just want to have the bow in hand. I really do. I'm totally looking forward to it.
Well, you got the right mentality, dude. It's a bonus if you see something. If you get something, it's even better. I mean, you're just going to have fun, and you're going to have literally some drive time for the outdoor drive guys. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
Road trip.
Now that we've gone video and stuff on the we're doing video cast now. I'm pretty excited about that.
Hell yeah, dude.
Cool.
So you're doing this, what I'm doing? You're running the live cam stuff, or what?
Not live. We're doing something where it's just gonna be like on YouTube, so you can just watch us all chit chatting on YouTube, and we can kind of show kind of what you're doing, but it's just not live feed like you are.
Yeah, I'm a total freaking crazy person, so not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I was flipping out getting this stuff ready, but you know what? Preston shared his number in the chat, so I'm gonna give him a call. and see what he's got to say too. I think he's down in Georgia or Florida or somewhere down there. So, dude, thanks for calling in, man. You're going to be on the show tonight. I appreciate it.
Hey, absolutely, bro. I'll tune in soon.
All right, adios.
All right, later, Eric.
All right, Preston, let's get you on the show if I can figure it out. I've done it before. Here we go.
What's up?
Hey, Preston, you're live on Rut Club Radio. What's going on, bud?
What's going on? And do me a favor.
What do you need?
I'm not interested in winning anything because I had that Wincent sponsor.
That's right. And have you used Heat Hunts before?
No, I use Wincent.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
They're my sponsor, so.
Two different. Yeah, dude. By the way, like, tell me how. I got 10 minutes here before I got to cut it. So, give me the lowdown on your rut activity from last year.
Well, last year we went to our deer camp for the rut. Come back home, they're chasing hard. Can't hunt at home, which is a bummer. But they were rutting probably for at least 30 days. And they were chasing hard. But we never connected on anything after what I shot opening weekend. No bucks. Didn't connect on another one. But now we just have our first hard-horned buck at our deer camp. So.
And where are you located again? You're down south?
Georgia.
That's what I thought. Okay, I couldn't remember specifically, but so you're down in Georgia. You got hard-horn down there.
Yes, the first hard-horn buck is a big old 7. Big 7-pointer, probably 130.
Nice.
Inches.
And when is your guys' season open in Georgia?
12th, so it's like 10 days.
Dude, that's when ours opens. That's it for us here in Wisconsin too. So it's just going to be way hotter down there by you, I'm sure, than it is here by us.
It is.
Holy cow.
We sometimes the deer don't shed velvet until, the day of deer season sometimes. Like, you'll see them one day they have velvet and the next they don't have it at all. And it'll be deer season and the next day. And you're like, what happened?
It'd be cool to get velvet. I know,
Crazy,
was it Kentucky that opens up like super early? They've been open for like a week or something already.
I have no clue. No, Tennessee had their 30
Tennessee.
days velvet hunt.
I think that might have been it. Tennessee. I'm getting them confused, but I'm geographically challenged. So, and so you're going to be out on the opening weekend or what?
Yeah, I'm going to be hunting around the house. Have a huge 9-pointer and just a huge 6. I mean, I think the 6, he has to be over 100 inches.
Nice. Wow.
I'm guessing right around 125, but not exactly.
Well, if you got pics of them, toss them in the comments.
Could be 125.
If you got pics, throw them in the comments section for this thread. It'd be fun for people to see.
Do what?
If you have any photos of them, yeah.
Let me try to do that. I'll try to.
Cool, dude. Well, I hope you have a ton of luck this season. Stay tuned, man. We'll be doing this every week on Tuesday, 5:45 our time here, Central Standard. And as we get into the season, we'll get more of this type of call activity and report on what's really going on. So be sure to share it too, so we get some more folks in your area, so you can get a better idea of what's going on down there also.
Yeah, but I find our rut to be exactly almost the same time every year, around Gwinnett at least, in our area. So
cool. The Accessible Hunter just commented. They said their archery buck starts October 3rd in Pennsylvania. So far we've talked to someone in Connecticut. You're in Georgia. We got Pennsylvania. I think Whitetail Experience, I think they're out of Ohio. They just, I don't know when Ohio season opens, guys, if you want to pop in and comment.
Like the first and second week, because we went up there, I think the first week of October one year.
Okay.
So I think it's like the first or second week when we went. So it might be the same. But I find our rut to be like that from anywhere from Halloween to the second week in November. Is when our rut typically is.
Yeah, that sounds
So-
similar here. We're usually like Halloween weekend, like the first week of November. I mean,
Yep.
you're pretty safe taking your PTO around that time if you got to take off work or whatever. But
School or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, whatever people got going on.
Probably do good in school to maybe get rewarded. Maybe get Monday and Friday off, hopefully.
Cool. Well, dude, thanks for calling in, man. We'll open up for anybody else. Good talking with you.
All right, you too. See you.
See you, Preston. All right, so we got like just a couple more minutes here. So I figured if anybody else wants to jump in, Accessible Hunter. Oh boy, October 3rd. You got to wait longer than we do, man. So that Jeep picture you posted too, I think that was you, Greg, that posted that. I don't know who else is on here. I don't know if that was Byron with Whitetail Experience, but if anybody else is still on, Scott Clark, Dan Anderson. Just reading off the comments here. If you all want to give a quick report, we got 6 minutes. We'll take another call. Squeeze you guys in here. But don't worry, we'll be live again at 7 o'clock, although we're not going to be doing Rut Club. We're going to be doing our full show with Spartan Forge. Interesting. So you have to... So buck opens up first and then does? I mean, at least that from a decision standpoint, it makes your decision for you. I know a lot of folks, at least like how we do it, it opens up for both. But a lot of times people want to get does first if they can, unless like if a doe walks up, it sounds like most people will are happy to fill their freezer, unless a bigger buck walks in, then they'll let it go for that too. But it's kind of interesting that you got to start with a buck. It'd piss me off if you saw a bunch of does and you want some freaking venison. Because that's where I'm at. I want some venison. Like I need some venison. My wife was like, "Oh, we had some deer meat in the freezer. We could make venison fajitas." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, let me go hunting the weekend of our 3-year-old's birthday." No, I'm just rambling by myself. This is what happens, you guys, if you don't call in. I just sit here and talk to myself, and it's really awkward. I don't know why you would want to sit here and watch this. At least Greg will be here soon, and then he can jump on with me. So I mean, that's the best. Then the two idiots talking to each other, not one talking to himself. Oh, and my wife texted me. She said, "Here's something for Rut Club Radio. I just saw a bunch of deer running over to the golf courses across the street." So I guess we got a bunch of deer in our neighborhood. Yeah, I'm a shooter for dinner, man. I'm gonna get hungry talking about it. And I got that new Pit Boss grill that I've been using. Oh gosh, I didn't have that this time last year. So I have cooked venison on it though, which is cool. It is really a game changer. It's changed up how we cook. It's actually probably the best thing of 2020 is buying that grill. Just an incredible product. Super happy with it. I mean, really, all of the pellet grills are pretty great. They all have different kind of nuances to them, or things that you might like better from one or another. And get a certain price point. They're all really good, but I didn't have that kind of money, so I bought the one that fit the best. Dog's barking at something. So if we don't get another caller in like maybe a minute, I'll shut down Rut Club Radio until this time next week. But, again, if you call in, you're going to enter in for a chance to win some heated hunt stuff. Look, they have the scent dispensers. They have the synthetic scents. They also have the dirt smell and corn and all these other scents. And then they got this new product where it's like a giant wick that's on like a paracord, and you just drag it behind you and you douse it in a scent and it drags. So you might get, a buck crossing that path that could maybe fall it into. So you really kind of covering some bases there. It's kind of cool. If you haven't checked those guys out, head on over to heatedhunts.com. If you want to get a discount on some of the products, you can enter in code W2H podcast. I'll figure out what the percentage is. I think it's 15. I just don't want to overdo it, because if it's 20 or if it's 15 and I say 20, I don't want to piss people off. So I just remember, I think it was more than the other ones. Most of the discounts we have are 10%. So I'm going to jump off. No calls in the queue. So I'm going to go grab some beer. Oh, wait, Greg's here. He brought me a beer. He can just wave hi real quick before we shut her down. You want to just say hi to everybody? And by everybody, I think there's like 4 or 5 people on here. I don't know who they are.
Hi and bye to everybody.
There you go. Oh, yeah, you weren't even on. There you go.
There we go. I did my part. I brought refreshment
That's weird.
for myself.
Oh, fucking PBR. Great. PBR yourself, ASAP. All right, folks. We will be back soon.
Better late than never.
That's right.